deck has some overlap with that last deck we played, but this deck has a more aggressive curve. So this deck's only on 22 lands. We've got Llanowar Elves and Pelt Collector down here at the bottom. And then we've got 12 reasonable 2-drops here to curve out off of those, along with our 4 trophies for removal. Then we've got Steel Leaf Champion and Midnight Reaper, along with Nullhide Ferox and Vine Mare to top off our curves. Let's just jump on in here and see how we do. I think Relic Seeker is just too expensive. I think I'd rather have my card advantage cost 5 than 6. I have no idea if there's a limit to the amount of decks you can have. I forgot to tweet that I was changing decks. I should update Stream Decker though. Alright, Stompy deck is now on Stream Decker. I will take a picture and tweet. Oh, I can cancel. Let's do that really quick. Did it cancel? Perfect. Let's take a picture and tweet that we're changing decks. I like to tweet when we change decks, so if you follow me on Twitter, you will get to see pictures of all the decks that we play here, in addition to them going up on my YouTube. Yeah, the 3/1 is great. Vine Mare is statted in a manner that is exceptionally annoying. Golgari Guildgate is the price of playing is the price of being able to play. Oh, it's a mirror match actually. The price of being able to play the Steel Leaf Champion is my last set of the day. I don't think so. I think I might do one more after this. I think I might do blue-red control. I don't have another deck lined up necessarily. No, I think the 3/1 is much better with Pelt Collector. The 3/1's also better at getting you land drops early. No, you can build cards that you don't have built. Chat Brews and Arena deck? No, that sounds miserable. Building decks on stream is not a good time. Steel Leaf and History of Benalia? That sounds like you're asking for a lot. We're probably going to be too slow on the draw. If we hadn't had the Golgari Guildgates in this hand, we probably could have been okay, but I think the Golgari Guildgates were just kind of a nail in the coffin. I like playing the Golgari Guildgates. I think they're a necessary evil to make the mana in this deck work. Oh my god, I have a 3/4. We were dead anyways. Move along here. That's gonna get me occasionally. Glancing at the board, not noticing what's tapped and untapped in this game is really easy to mess up because the cards don't actually fully rotate. No, there's not an option to fully rotate the cards. Status Statue could be okay here. Just like give something Death Touch. It's also a Doomblade. I'm gonna board one of those. And I'm gonna board in Cast Down in one of these, I think. And just primarily stay aggressive, especially on the play. I might board in an extra status on the draw. What the heck is the gold ring at the top of the screen with the mana symbols? I'm not sure what you mean. Let's take a look when we get in here. There's a deck list on your screen. We are playing both, to answer your question. This doesn't have a 1-drop, but it's definitely keepable. Playing Arena versus Magic Online is night and day. Arena is far more pleasant. As someone who has played copious amounts of Magic Online, finally got a sword. Thanks for all the great content. Weeb Army, thank you for the tier 3 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine. Remember, tier 3 subs are exempt from the queue slow, so you are able to submit a deck through the forum. Be sure to do that if you've got one you'd like to see this month. So I'm gonna get my Midnight Reapers down. This is a card that feels like it could really let us run away with this game. It's gonna let us like trade and get value on our trades. No, Modern is the bread and butter of this stream. I have no intentions of stopping playing Modern anytime soon. Hey, according to Ben, thank you very much for that brand new Prime support. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. My plan is to play. My plan moving forward is to play Standard 1 day a week. The new sub notifications are A+. Streamlabs did a great job with them. There's new bit and donation animations as well. Maybe Gabriel Paints. It depends on how well it's managed, most likely. So we just have a staring contest here, basically. It does, Zintoth. They're really well done. Admiral Vortex with the pile of sub gift arenas, giving out 14 tier 1 subs. Would you like to poke something into the queue with that? I appreciate the support. There's going to be a bunch of them popping up there. Enjoy your shovels, folks. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you for the generosity, Vortex. I appreciate that. If there's a particular standard deck you'd like to see played next, Admiral, let me know. Otherwise, you can bump or add something to Modern to the queue for tomorrow. Put that towards Saheeli, please. Which Saheeli deck, Admiral? The one like we played yesterday? The weird one? Yeah, every creature we block with, every creature that dies at this point, we lose 3 life and draw a card. So this could be loose. Hey, Alzik, thank you very much for the 6-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome. So I am turning this into lose 3, draw 3. The weird one? Okay, excellent. The weird one does narrow it down. If you're a fan of Modern and you didn't watch the Saheeli League we played yesterday, you need to watch it. It's absurd. So that'll probably be one of the first lists we play tomorrow then. Iron Man Cool with the brand new, very generous tier 3 sub. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. The Narset cannon is also a hoot. All right, so we have this staring contest going on. I think I'm just going to Guildgate and then pass here. I have 6 mana up with the elf, so I can activate Thorn Lieutenant, which is nice. Got plenty of the new sub animation. Well, we had a sponsored arena segment yesterday that we played some standard for, Stamp It, and I was planning to do some standard anyways. And when we played arena yesterday, standard was very, very good on it. And I've really been enjoying this software. So we're playing some more standard on arena. We're going to be using arena for standard moving forward. I just want to see the new bit animation. I dance for you in the bit animation. It's great. That one, I think I like the bit in the donation animations even more. What they did with the gesture icon is just A+. Yep, the Civilized Saheeli is on my favorite league section on my website. It was my favorite one from yesterday. A Pelt Collector is probably just better than Experiment 1 in that deck. I agree with that. I am, to be upfront, I am not a fan of Arena's monetization model, but I'm just like not a fan of most monetization models that aren't like, I like Magic Online's monetization model. It's one of the things that does really well. But most more bits, thank you, Ebarmy. Most games have a similar one, and if you get past the monetization model, the actual software itself for this is very, very good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with Thorn Lieutenant here, I think. Because, remember, all of my creatures that die draw me 2 cards and lose me 2 life. So, even if this trades for something and draws me 2 cards, that's a win for me. I have no idea, Iron. I have to pull a spreadsheet to see how long someone is up for. You subbed under the wrong account. Whoa, love the bit animation. You could have my Jack Ryan bit so I can watch you, Thadge. Thank you, Root Samurai, for the support. I appreciate that. Infinite Consortium, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. We do die if our entire board leaves for some reason. I'm counting on them not having a sweeper. So now that I'm going to be playing some Standard again on stream, my plan for these formats is on days that I play Standard, I will only be playing Standard. And on days that I'm playing Modern, I will only be playing Modern. So, unless Standard content is absurdly popular, I'm going to be doing it just 1 day a week on Tuesdays. And I will be taking donation decks for those. Slythe, thank you very much for the 500 biddies there. I appreciate that. Whizzlebee, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Yeah, it's not just the live viewers, though. It's going to be the live viewers, plus the YouTube views, plus staying power, really, too. Like, staying power is a big deal. Like, do we, like, long-term, like, you know, right now, Standard's just rotated and very popular, but, like, will it still be popular 3 weeks from now? Who knows? Do I want some Doomblades when I'm on the draw? Do I want more Doom? Do I want, like, some Moments of Craving? I wonder if I want another cast down in this sideboard. Wonder if Find is good, just, like, pick 2 creatures up. Just, like, after we trade in combat. I'm gonna bring in a Moment of Craving on the draw. I actually built this deck, Lou Mason. So the first couple Standard donation decks we had, people sent me dollar dues to build a deck of my choice, how I would build something. So I put this together. The reason why I have the 3-2 in there is exactly for the reason you just said. It's a Iron. Thanks for the 11-month resub there. I appreciate that. Very, very close to hitting the 12 there. We're gonna throw that on the bottom and looking for a black source here on Unclaimed Territory. Perfect. Put those bits towards Death Shadow Eldrazi will do. Oh, you tier 3'd on the wrong one. Okay, got it. Got it. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to Glowspore Shaman here, I think. It gives me a chance to, like, dig to an actual black source. Guildgate's kind of awkward though, but I need an actual black source on top of my deck. Yeah, that's basically how it works, Rhino. You buy wild card, you buy packs until you have wild cards to build what you want. You should ideally buy packs of the set that have the most cards in the deck that you want to build in it, so that way you're most likely to open a card that you would want to wild card anyways. Yeah, only standard today, Admiral. So on days where I'm only doing we're doing one format, I'm gonna stick to that format for the entire stream. So we Glowspore Shaman here. This is probably not putting a creature on a land on top of our deck. I'm gonna decline. I'm gonna put Guildgate into play here, and we'll know attackers this. And then I can trade this here, and the next turn I can go Lieutenant of our own plus cast down, which is nice. There's really no reason to block here. That's a good pickup. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this plus Lieutenant this turn. And now trading in combat gets really appealing for me. When I play any of the special arena constructed modes, maybe? I don't know, it depends on how popular they end up being. Hat Crab Zombie, Wrench Sword, what's going on? It's been a little bit, hope you're doing well. If they attack with this, I might double. Like, take this off the table and draw two. So far, the clock system on Arena seems like it's fine. I don't know. I definitely haven't played enough to have a fully educated opinion on it. Admiral gifted out some more subs. Thank you very much there. I appreciate it. So, do I attack with this then? It's very generous of you. I think I attack here. So I can pump it. And then I think since they didn't block, I'm just going to hold up cast down here. That card that has that's rotated, Admiral. So Arena has rotated already. Jackal Girl with the gifty, thank you. So I want to cast this down, or do I want to double trade? I think I just want to double block here, honestly. Actually, I want to double block like this, right? And keep my card guy that draws cards. You name Elf with Unclaimed Territory in this deck. Yeah, Amonkhet has rotated out of standard. So you need to look for a guild standard deck if you wanted to pick something specific. So their Pelt Collector gets a little bigger here, but like I drew two cards, like that seems like a win for me. Midnight Reaper is so good. Card just like does exactly what I want it to do. I mean, I'm really happy Hazoret's gone. Hazoret and those cards were kind of crappy. we might have linked the punt command to the timeout command, Hat Crab Zombie, and the bot might be trying to bait people into typing it. So I think we cast down this, and then we just, like, pay for this and trophy it. And then we're, like, pretty far ahead here, right? The timeout punt baiting is the type of stuff I live for. I think I just attack here, right? So I attacked with this Midnight Reaper because I think they're pretty unlikely to block. And if they attack next turn while threatening to pump, I'm able to chump with my 3-2 here. And I'd rather chump with... I'm okay chumping with this, but I'm not okay trading with it, basically. I'm okay trading with this, but I'm not okay chumping with it. Alright, so they have a trophy on top of their deck. Dance, you mad fool. Dance towards Green Black Souls. Thank you. I appreciate the bits, Big Mama. Alright, would you like to trophy my Reaper? Let me draw one more card. This is the type of game where I wish I would have boarded in the copies of Find. Maybe Find's a card I should bring in this matchup. Just like us have a little bit of grind as we go along. But it's also possible like Midnight Reaper's like just enough grind that I don't need that type of effect. I'm going to keep playing lands because eventually this Thorn Lieutenant's going to double pump. We have what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're 3 lands off. With the trophy, we're 2 lands off. Whoa! That seems like that is an aggressive... I get a land and I draw a card. I guess their plan is to just beat through with this, but like that, yeah, that seems incredibly unlikely, right? Yeah, and I get a token. So I'm gonna block here, and I'm gonna block. I'm going to trophy this, but I'm blocking here just so no in case they have some kind of shenanigan, so I don't take a big hit. Yeah, I think they were supposed to kill Midnight Reaper there and just like continue the board stall, because like if I hit anything and I'm likely to hit things while I'm drawing cards here, like they're just not winning this game. Joke's on you, opponent. It's basically what it is, Larinax. Because Arena is great. We will be doing all of our standard on Arena moving forward. So we're still going to be doing plenty of Modern on this channel, and Modern obviously we have to do on Magic Online, but from an enjoyment standpoint, I really like playing on Arena. The games are really, really smooth and flow nicely. Another Lieutenant, which pumps the brakes on our attacking, but again here, just like every time one of my things dies, I'm drawing cards, so we kind of just get to hang out. GC Hero, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. If the standard videos do really well and are super popular, maybe we'll do more than 1 day a week, but I always ease into things, and I make all of my decisions based on data and metrics. No, I don't think so, Jackal Girl. I think committing to up to 6 matches is just gonna take too long. I also really like the ability to change decks in between games. Well, that probably means we're dead. They boarded big and got paid off for it.
I'm sorry. Were you using that?
Yes, yeah, the sub-icons match the thing. I guess if I find a Doomblade here, I can kill her. I need like another trophy. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it. Yeah, I think that's probably it. I think we burned through a lot of trophies already, right? Yeah, we burned through 3 of them. We'll take 1 or 2 more draw steps here, but this is probably done. I couldn't attack into this profitably because they had 5 lands plus a treasure up.
Belligerent needs her crew.
Yeah. Good game's opponent. And like I said, I even mentioned that game that I thought I should potentially have brought in the fines just so I could be able to like grind a little bit in the mid to late game, and the opponent like also boarded a little bit bigger so they could grind in the mid to late game. So they boarded up and they got rewarded for it. Yeah, I'd probably keep this on the draw. I'd probably keep this on the draw, but on the play, I just can't. I'm gonna keep this with a scry. If we hit a second land, this will get us a third. Any hot takes on new standard? Nope. I tend to be conservative with my takes. Nope, you have to buy and own all the cards. The card acquisition model is less than ideal, in my opinion. Any cold or boring takes on standard? How about optimistic takes? Hopefully we will have a reasonable standard format again and not one that feels like poop to play. Well, that's just like feels bad. Yeah, we'll be starting with Black Green Rock first tomorrow. Probably just too slow at this point. What do I not like about the card acquisition model? I disliked that the card acquisition model as a constructed player makes it impossible for me to know exactly how much money it costs to build a deck. As someone who wants to just like play constructed Magic, I want to be able to say, okay, this deck cost me X dollars to build. Not, it costs you between $100 and $200 to build, depending on which cards you open and how many wild cards you get, etc., etc., etc. I think this game has copied the model that a lot of games use today, which I would describe as predatory. It seeks to hide the cost of how much the game actually costs to play. That being said, how much it actually costs to play really isn't that much different or out of line with what these other games cost to play. Like, as someone who, you know, gave Blizzard over $1,000 this year and, like, doesn't have every deck to play in their standard format, like, Hearthstone is absurdly expensive. And this game doesn't really seem to be any worse than that, so. And Magic as a game is something I enjoy more than Hearthstone, so I'm willing to give this money. So the problem with giving you a wild card whenever you get a 5th copy of a card is that then it encourages you to only ever buy packs from one set, because once you get 4x of that set, every pack is all wild cards. So I understand why every pack isn't all wild cards, because that would just doesn't make sense to me. So this is a small thing, but I want a Harpoon on 3 here, because if the next card on top of my deck is a land naturally, I don't want a Glowspore Shaman, a 5th land at the top of my deck. Also, a 3/2 is better against a Vampire Visionary here. And I think since they have a 3/1 in play here, I was thinking about going tapped land Glowspore Shaman, but Glowspore really lines up poorly against the Dusk Legion here, so I'm just going to go ahead and jam my 5/4. Yeah, you should play 4 of them. I don't think there's a compelling reason to play black-green decks that aren't just straight black-green in Modern. I felt that way for a while, though. Gruesome Menagerie. Cute, okay. 4/3's annoying. Do I offer this trade here, or do I trophy them and just keep pushing? I think I just trophy them and keep pushing here. Just like get to smack them for 8 here, down to 8. I guess they could block here and only go to 11, but I think I trophy and pressure. I get to play Pelt Collector as well this turn. And then Glowspore is going to power this up next turn. If I hit a land naturally next turn, I get to make this a 3-power dork as well, which means I have lethal in play even. I expect they're going to have something to impact the board this turn. If they have like a, I did ramp them into the potential 5-drop here, so if they have the demon, we could be in trouble. Oh, they're not playing a mid-range deck, they're playing something more graveyard value based. Okay, that seems better for us. I'd like to bin this. I guess I could have binned this because this has potential to get larger, but this is, whatever I have is probably just trading here next turn anyway, so I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and offer this trade here, I think. Yeah, we're going to be doing some standard Tarantula. To start, we're going to do 1 day a week, and then depending on how the numbers are, both in live viewers and donation decks and YouTube views, we might do more than that, but just 1 day to start. And how the format shakes out, right? Like, if the format ends up being bad, obviously we're not going to play it a whole bunch. But things are new and fresh now, so might as well do it. Sure. Alright, so they're dead to this trophy. Because this can't be blocked by 1-power creatures. So you can float mana in this game, and you can also turn off the auto tapping completely, Hat Crab. So I have auto tapping enabled because it makes the game flow more smoothly, and it actually tells you when you go to play a card, it highlights which lands the auto tapper is going to use. So if it's going to auto tap lands you don't want it to auto tap, you could then not just drag the card out. You can float mana automatic. You can float mana manually. All right, so they have giant 6/6s, so this cast down seems good. Can't be blocked by black creatures. Vine Mare is probably absurd in this matchup. I think I'm going to trim some glow spores because they have all these X1s in their deck. Seems a little less than ideal. I did not see the second standard list you posted, April. Can you link it again, please? Sorry about that. I think I'm gonna bring these in because they're Doom Blades. Just go down to 1 Glowspore here. I've really liked it, Hat Crab. Yesterday was the first time we played Constructed on it, and it's really stuck for me. What happens to my cards when they rotate in Arena? Your cards are going to be, there's going to be a new non-rotating format in Magic. You heard it here first. That's not true. You've heard it lots of places. Woodland Cemetery, Overgrown Tomb. So Woodland Cemetery is a great draw. So I get to go this into Elf, into Pelt Collector, Harpoon next turn. Yeah, this will be fine. This looks great. That'll be the next deck we play, Admiral. So blue-black control. That's kind of control. So we're gonna play blue-black control as the last deck today. I am taking donations for Standard. Keep in mind the queue being slowed does apply to Standard still though, so until the queue is open for $10 decks, it's still a tier 3 sub or a $50 donation to add a new deck to the queue. So they got a 3-2 there. Hey, Navier, thanks for re-upping that Prime sub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So Midnight Reaper makes this bigger and obviously allows my creatures to draw cards when they die. So I'm going to go ahead. Do I want to offer this trade here? I think I do. It lets me draw a card and it like takes their 3-2 off the table. It also pushes damage this way. Yeah, I think the Blue Red Wizard deck is sweet. It's one of my favorite decks in Modern. I'm playing a black-green deck this weekend because I just want to try it while it's new and shiny. But the blue-red deck's going to be one of the decks that I consider playing for the Invitational at the end of the year for sure. Yeah, the new sub animation is A+. Streamlabs really knocked all those out of the park for me. Glowspore Shaman, sure. I also love that, like, Midnight Reaper allows us to basically, like, cash in our Llanowar Elves. Admiral, you're fine. You just gifted a bunch of subs. You're good. You're good. You just sent a lot of... You're good. Tap that one. Am I willing to trade this for this? I don't think so. I think I'm just going like this. I appreciate the support. Kind of punished for attacking with this. So I can't play Steel Leaf this turn. I mean, that resolves, but it's scary. It brings back Jade Light, Glowspore. Wow, that's good. Oh, and they can stack this, so they Glowspore before they Jade Light. That's really good. So you're gonna have to guarantee draw land. Sounds good, Jackal Girl. Oh, they have another Gruesome Menagerie. That is gonna be a tough nut to crack. That is a lot of value. My guys are generating good value when they die, at least, though, I suppose. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna trophy this. Because if they go get a land, this goes away. It chose not to get a land. We tried. Like, they had more Jade Lights in here anyway, so might as well take that one off the table. It doesn't make them shuffle. The shuffling's optional. My 5-4 is pretty good here. If I like keep them the things that are 3 power and less, we're in an okay spot. Are they gonna deck? Like, they're flipping like another 6 cards here. Their deck's kind of sweet. There's a lot of things going on in this format. It'll be interesting to see how brutal It'll be interesting to see how brutal the red deck is in this format if these sweet sided decks keep up with it. Moment of Craving is a really good tool for keeping up with aggressive decks, though. Another champion is great. I assume this Craving is going to eat my Midnight Reaper next turn, but my Steel Leaf champions get to play defense nicely, which is great. And then hopefully we just like find another Midnight Reaper sometime soon here. Oh, they have a Memorial to Folly. I missed that one. You know, I'm honestly pretty surprised here. I was expecting, I was honestly expecting the mid-range deck to feel worse than this more aggressively slanted deck, but the mid-range deck felt a lot better than this one. And it could just be that we've like lined up into decks that are a little bit bigger than us, so we felt bad, but buckle up, chat. Uh-oh. There are Twitch integrations with Arena. I don't have them working under Linux Unwind, though. I didn't have time to mess with it. It didn't just work by default, so I didn't get it set up. Yeah, exactly, Ranting Bob. If everybody's playing mid-range, you want to be going... Admiral, you're absurd. That is... Yep. Thank you. We have a lot of shuffle animations there. Thank you for that. So they're trading their 6/6 for a 5/4 here, which is okay for us. Fortunately, I think we're pretty dead here. Thank you, Admiral. That's so many. That's a lot of gift of runes. Oh no, we're gonna fall out of Silver 3, chat. Admiral is the Twitch whale. Yeah, and the sub animation, it changes based on, the icon changes based on what your sub icon is. Are we over 2K unique subs? We are over 2K unique subs. We are 33 sub points away from a new emote. This is pretty good on the play. We get to go 2, 3, 4. 33 sub points is 33 subs or some mix of higher tier subs. So like tier 2 subs are 2 points and tier 3 subs are 6 points. Grab your shovels and follow me. We've got a lot of new peons here. Okay, we're gonna indoctrinate all the new peons into Hoaglandia. You have to toil and work hard here. Find me a land, Glowspore. Gosh, these Glowspores have missed on lands so many times today. I'm trying. Oh, lordy, I hope they play something to make us discard. This is not a sponsored stream. This is sponsored by today's stream is sponsored by Admiral Vortex. My sequencing here was poop. I should have done this pre-combat in case they wanted to trade. Thomp doling out the... Man, why is this elf in our hand? Thank you, Thomp, for the sub gifts. I appreciate it. Oh. That was... That's a mistake you only make once. Look, we've all not paid attention. If everybody's playing mid-range, you either want to go far over the top of them or you want to go way underneath them with a mono red deck. You don't want to be like on this small, this like mid-range aggro deck like what we're playing. Like this deck that we're playing, while it's aggressively slanted, it's still kind of mid-rangey. I don't know what exactly our opponent's doing. I think I'm just going to click submit. Less is more when it comes to sideboarding in a deck like this. You get to like, our game plan is proactive, so if I'm not 100% sure what they're doing, just clicking submit is great. If you want to go, you don't want to meet in the middle. You either want to go way under them or way over them. I'm on my lunch break and can't wait to watch on YouTube later. Big Beanie, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate that. There'll be a sweet Jester emote here in a moment once the subs finish through. Mr. Moy, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support there. I appreciate that. We're 24 points away from another emote. I don't know what we're going to do if we get into I don't have any ideas for a new emote. I just assumed 32 emotes was impossible on a Magic channel. That just, like, Magic channels don't get that many emotes. Admiral. Today's stream is sponsored by Admiral Vortex, Card Sphere, Inked Gaming, and viewers like all of y'all at home. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Thanks for hanging out. This isn't a Magic channel, it's a cult. Wait, what are we doing? Are we getting roped? Is that what's going on? A Chupacabra? That's true. That's true. Chupacabra could be. We're going to play a lot of Chupacabras in Standard, I'm sure. There's the Dancing Jester. I love the Dancing Jester emotes. Is our opponent timing out? Is that currently what's going on? We do have Kool-Aid. That's true. My girlfriend watches on YouTube with me and wanted me to ask you if you wear pants work. I am in fact wearing pants. I'm wearing shorts. I'm not just here in my boxers. Maybe they just had something come up. Gosh, I want to keep this. Somebody talk me out of these. Somebody talk me out of this. I'm on the draw, chat. I'm on the draw. Listen, I'm gonna give you the most real piece of advice you could ever get, chat. Are you ready? You will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. I just want you to know that. Believe, see, though, we're gonna get some believes in chat. I just want you to know that if we miss, it's your fault. You just gotta believe. This hand is really good with a second land. If we hit a second land, the Glowspore Shaman finds us a third land, and we just like curve right on out here. Listen, we're up a game, chat. Wait, are they actually just like making us rope every turn here? Is that what's going on? Or do they have something in real life that came up? If I give you the emote, will you put my face on a banner for a while? Yeah, in. You've definitely given enough to get on a banner at this rate, Admiral. We're 24 points short. Serp! With the 11-month resubscription, I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. Once I was lost, but now I have found Hoaglandia. Thank you for the 4-month resub. Now the worst part about this is I'll never know if we were gonna hit the second land, chat. I'll never know if we were gonna hit the second land. This hand, but obviously the keep was 100% correct because we won the game. Spoilers, you weren't. Woo! All right, Admiral, email me a picture, jeffhoagland@linux.com. That is, thank you for the absurd support. If I lose sub points in the future, we do not drop. Pretty sure this is a mulligan. Seems pretty good. The Guildgates have been kind of awkward, but I think they're necessary. I'm gonna bottom this. I'm just looking for untapped lands. This is the highest upside play, so I'm gonna do this. If we hit an untapped land next turn, we can go Lieutenant into tapped land into Glowspore. We have the green-black check land. I'm playing 10 green-black duels. That explains why they kept. They had an Elvish Rejuvenator. It's a Reaper. All right, so I definitely want a Glowspore Shaman here. Gives me the best chance to hit a land next turn. Yep, yeah, we're gonna play blue-black control next. That is a very large Kavu. Oh, this is sweet. I get to block here, and then this'll become a 3/3. This is kind of scary. Selesnya Locket. So Selesnya Locket's interesting because it tells me my opponent's likely ramping past like up to 5 or 6. How do you get a free sub? If you have Twitch Prime, it gets you a free sub every single month to a channel of your choice here on Twitch. Got that sweet, sweet Amazon Prime. Rabid Bite. That is a little rough. Okay, Trophy lets us clean this out nicely. So we're actually in an okay spot here now, right? This is going to let them draw 2 cards, but we're going to get to stabilize the board next turn. So you talk about when you say, I think it's necessary, that's a concession you have to make in deck building. Can you explain, using proven decks in Modern, about concession choices in deck building and the pros and cons? So, like a matchup, are you talking about like when do you just give up a matchup as one you're just not going to be able to win? Is that what you're referring to by talking about concession choices like that? If that's what you're referring to, a good example of that is actually the green-black rock deck that I'm playing. I think the green-black rock deck has a miserable, what's it called matchup? A miserable, living end matchup. And I could put like a bunch of Nile Spellbombs or Leylines of the Void in my sideboard, but that matchup is so... Oh, like concession choices of this deck. Oh, I mean... a lot goes into stuff like that. So like in this deck, I've chosen to play Guildgates because I need a critical mass of green sources in order to play the triple green 3-drop. But I also need enough black sources like actually cast my spells. So like if you look at this mana base, I've only got 11 black sources, even with the Guildgates, which is arguably kind of low as is. All right, well, this Pelt Collector is about to just get real big real quick. All right, so apparently my Twitch numbers for sub points were screwed up, and I'm still too short of getting this emote. Who wants a sub? I'm gonna gift 2 subs myself so we can get this emote slot. I'm gonna donate a couple dollars back to Twitch. Mageologist, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Oh, look at that. The Twitch Prime's coming through with the Bezo bucks. Look at that. I didn't even have to. Y'all are great. Welcome to the cult, the club, the stream. Falter Fire with the brand new Prime support. Thank you. Am I attacking with my 6/6? I think I am, right? Because if they block and trade, this gets bigger. Just wanted to see the Jester Bomb animation. Dealer choice. Thank you, Greystar. I think we're pretty far ahead here, huh? Hate to play this other Nullhide and just like smash them for infinite here. Oh, I like that it stacks the Nullhide effects over here. That's good. That's slick. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this dashboard is just much up because people just did those Prime subs and like my point stayed the same, or maybe people gifted them and like people fell off at the same time that people subscribed. I wonder if this number is not accurate at the moment. Are they mono green, by the way? They look pretty mono green, huh? They're just like playing the locket just because it's mono green. If this dies at this point, that's fine. This is just like a 6/6 for us. Notice me. What's going on, Burn Player? Thanks for the support. Wait, does he trample? Has 3 or more counters, it has trample. Yes, he does. The more you know. Did you know this card has a lot of text on it? Yeah, but usually the number is accurate, so like people must have expired today. All right, so they're playing a bunch of big green idiots. So I definitely want this cast down and these dorks. Vine Mare probably doesn't line up super well into all of their stuff. And they're a little bit on the aggressive side, so maybe I trim a Midnight Reaper. Although drawing cards when we trade in combat is pretty awesome. Yep, today is all standard. Punt count. Punt count. You're the best. Thank you, everybody, for all the sub support today. Gift-a-roonies, more emotes. Punt count. Drop me a message if you'd like to bump something in the queue by that. I give 5 points per sub gift. It's the least I could do. Look at that. We get it. It did it. It rolled over. It rolled over, chat. Look at. Here's my dashboard. My dashboard. My dashboard says we're 2408. 2408. Look at that. We did it! We did it! Cookie! Thank you for the gift. The sub notification was blocking it. This is a mulligan. I think it was probably dead before this BDP, but yeah, this is definitely an extra nail in like Hex's coffin. Like all those little startup TCG and CCGs, like all of the ones that don't have big names, I'd be worried about their future with Arena releasing and Artifact releasing. I missed your emote idea. What was that, Jekyll Girl? How do we 3-2 at this game? We 3-2 in our hearts, okay? So I think I go Pelt Collector into tapped Overgrown Tomb here. And then next turn I can go Midnight Reaper, and then the following turn the Harpooner. Well, they're not making land drops, but they're paying mana for them every turn. I'm not sure I understand the context on the emote idea. Sounds good, punt count. We'll probably be starting with that tomorrow then. I'm having a great day. We had an absurd amount of subs gifted. Arena is fun. I've been enjoying Standard so far. I think this deck's a little bit medium, but the black-green rock deck we played before this felt really good. And we've got a blue-black control deck coming up next that seems pretty awesome. That's whew! Whew! That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, well, let's do this. And I think we just kill the 10-10, right? Nice big green idiot. Oh, it's brick and die. That is great. That's a fantastic idea. It's a brick and die emote. And so the thing that's really sweet about this Midnight Reaper is that if I don't mind running my creatures, well, now I just get to do this, right? Now I just do this. Because I like my threats. I really don't want my threats to die. Like, my threats are great. If they want to trade Llanowar Elves or Pelt Collector, they can do that here. I think I'm okay with that. No, they're just bumping. They're chumping. Do they have some kind of pump spell here? Interesting. The attack animation is very good. So you can see here, this is a good example of the auto tap. Midnight Reaper is highlighting Overgrown Tomb, Double Forest. I kind of want to cast Midnight Reaper using the colorless off of here. So if I float from here and then drag up, now it's going to highlight my colorless, my Overgrown Tomb, and my forest. That's how you can kind of control the auto tapper, so you can make it do what you want without disabling it. Because I think the auto tapper in general is very good. I don't want to turn it off. Makes the gameplay flow a lot faster. But it's not perfect, but it does a pretty good job. I said I didn't want to play Arena while it didn't have formats I wanted to play. And we were going to be dipping into Standard anyways. So now we're playing Standard on Arena. Because I like Arena as an application. I just can't play Modern on it. So we can't do all of our magic on it. Can you be more loud? My volume doesn't go higher. All right, I'm gonna play one more with this, and I think we're gonna dip into the blue-black control deck. I think the blue-red control deck, I don't know, the black-green rock deck we played is pretty sweet too. It's a toss-up between the blue-red control deck we played yesterday and the black-green rock deck we played today. The blue-red deck we played yesterday was, the black-green rock deck is probably more competitive than the blue-red deck we played yesterday, but blue-red Dirtle and drawing cards kind of has a special place in my heart. How expensive has it been to build decks on Arena? It seems about $100 a deck, but it also varies depending on how many wild cards your deck needs. It's decent. We're on the play too. On the play with Pelt Collector on curve is great. Yeah, you can find the Black Green Rock list on my Stream Decker page. You can also be able to find it in the video description on my YouTube channel. So everything I stream here gets uploaded to my YouTube channel after the fact, so you can watch any matches that you missed. So after I'm done streaming today, I'll format and publish a bunch of videos over there. The Jumpstart Draw 2 is very, very good. Yeah, I made a couple of changes after we played yesterday. I'll post it on Twitter and in the subs Discord when I'm done today. I'll make a note to do that. Tweet updated blue-red control deck. So we're gonna wrap up with blue-black control today, but I'll tweet the changes I made to the blue-red afterwards yesterday. So this is our first of what will be regular Arena streams. We will be doing Arena every Tuesday for Standard. And if the numbers are good for Arena, maybe we'll do it twice a week. But I definitely want to ease into it. And if the numbers justify, maybe we will do more. But it's definitely going to be based on the popularity and how many donation decks we have for it. So this is kind of an interesting decision point. Do I want to play Thorn Lieutenant so I could get in with this? I'm definitely playing Woodland Cemetery here. Do I want to play the Lieutenant to pump this up? I kind of do. I lose a little bit of value on this, but like getting this powered up, a lot of my things in my deck will do, and this puts more pressure into play. And like, if I draw a 2-drop next turn, I'm going to get to go Pelt Collector into another 2-drop, which would be ideal. And there's a lot of 2-drops in my deck, so using my mana efficiently here feels like it's ideal. Please don't play a 5-4. Please don't play a 5-4. But I said please. Yay, my own 5-4. So donation decks for Standard are going to be $10 at a minimum when the queue's not in a slow state, just like for Magic Online. And I'm going to play your decks for a minimum of about 90 minutes at guaranteed. Sometimes we'll play a little bit more, sometimes we'll play a little bit less. Like this one, I think we're going to wrap up a little bit before 90 minutes because I kind of have a feel for what I like and don't like in it. We're just going to play them on the ladder in the best of 3. I don't know. I wasn't playing Standard pre-rotation. They have a Nullhide Ferox, which is probably staying on top of their deck because it's a big boy. So next turn, I'm going to get to play Vine Mare, which will push my Pelt Collector up to a 4-4. And then I'll get to smash with Steel Leaf plus Pelt Collector. Yeah, the nice thing about playing on a ladder as opposed to being locked into a league like on Magic Online is that on the ladder here, I'm able to make edits and changes to the decks while we play them. So like, you know, anybody who's watched me stream donation decks before knows that there's a number of times where we like get 1 or 2 matches in and I'm like, oh, this mana base is awful. And we want to make changes to it, but we're locked into the league and can't. And playing on Arena will give us some freedom to be able to be more flexible with that. As opposed to like sitting there and having to feel bad with playing a mana base that's not optimal. $10. Once we're out of the slow state. So again, the deck queue currently has 46 decks in it. We're going to cross 4 of them off today. Although we'll probably add 1 or 2. So I assume we'll be back to $10 deck donations next week. Bitbomb, thank you, Paradise Sale. Get it blown up there all over my lands. That was, next time I cast a spell, I'll show you. So when you go to drag a spell out, it highlights which lands it's going to tap. And if you're not happy with the lands it's offering to tap by default, you can float mana instead. Another one, Duress, thank you very much for the 2-month subscription there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, the new notifications are really slick. Yeah, standard is fun so far, and Arena's fun to play. Arena makes Magic more fun to play. Jackson, thank you for the 7-month resubscription there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for re-upping those Bezo bucks this way. And 177577. Thank you. Thank you for the 9-month resub. Welcome back. I appreciate that. No one is forcing me to play this. I've been sent dollary dues from viewers at home, just like when we play standard, to play this. I don't think I really want the 6th land, because then Thorn Lieutenant's ability will trigger this runic. Thanks for all the great stuff, Jeff. I didn't expect to enjoy standard this much. Yeah, me too, Davis. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate that. The symbol on the animation charge based on how long the person has been sub for. It does extras. So the card matches the sub icon. And there's a special knighting animation on the card when you hit the 12 months. Midnight Reaper is awesome here because it means if we start trading in combat, we start getting ahead. SWU with the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thank you for the support. Would you make a meme deck around Pelt Collector and Hardened Scales? I don't know why, but that combo seems fun. Like, is Hardened Scales still in standard? I have all of these cards because I gave Wizards lots of money. So the animations were done by the company Streamlabs that does the animation stuff. I'm one of their VIP people thing because of how big the stream is now. And the actual, the original graphic, the still graphic was done by Inkling Customs. So there's no Ghalta in this deck. And I get, like, looking at this board state, why you'd want a Ghalta. But, like, Nullhide Ferox helps us break this board state too. I don't think Ghalta is good because Ghalta is only good when you have a full board. And most times when you have a full board, you're winning the game anyways. Ghalta is basically a win more card. It's only good when your board is huge. All right, I'm going to attack with this Lieutenant. They're going to get to draw a card here if I activate the ability, but if I'm activating the ability, I'm killing some of their stuff, so that seems like a fair trade for me. I draw a card. They get a random card. I, like, kill their 6/6. We've not played Boros on stream yet. I had specific requests for blue-black for a couple of the decks today, and then we've played Grixis as well, and then blue-red control, because I'm a sucker for bad control decks. I think I'd rather kill the Nullhide. You're a Magic player. We're all sucker for bad control decks. Yep, you're not wrong. See, Hallowed Fountain in Modern. Yep. So those disappear. I get to draw a card. Oh, this gets bigger too, which is good. So, Jeff, I was thinking about the Civilized Scoutlift. Are there enough matchups where gaining infinite life versus 20 or 30 is relevant? Well, it's not even about gaining infinite life. It's just having a guaranteed way to combo that makes it good, I think. So how do we feel about trophy this 2/5 and then smash with the 4/4 and the 5/3? I think I like that because that kills them pretty quickly, right? And, like, if they want to block to kill my things, I draw cards. So, application, someone asked about, is the Moto code base too bad to just put this as a skin on top of Magic Online? Melkor, thank you for the 5-month resub. I appreciate that. Applications and languages in general, software language in general, have to be written in a very specific manner to make the code base to make the interface devoid from the rest of the code. And Magic Online is almost certainly not written in that manner. Also, Magic Online is written in a language called .NET, which video games really shouldn't be written in, which is one of the reasons why this is being rewritten in the Unity engine. So, like, we cleared the board out here, and we get to draw 2 cards. Just this Midnight Reaper is just really overperformed. Was very good in the mid-range deck that we played. It's been very good in this one. The best way to get into Arena Constructed is to buy some cards from figure out what deck you want to build, and then figure out which cards in that deck are most common in which sets, and then buy packs from those sets in increments of at least 15. Yeah, I assume this will be available on OS X eventually. They just don't want to support multiple platforms to start. You can actually play on OS X right now the same way I'm playing on Linux, which is using Wine. But you'll occasionally have some issues. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if these couple of crashes that we have are related to playing on Wine. They could also just be arena crashes, though, so who knows. This is definitely a cast down and a status matchup. I'm going to trim these Vine Mares because they're a little bit small, and then a Harpooner here. No, we played blue-red control yesterday. It seemed fine. We're going to play blue-black control in the league after this one. This hand's probably just not good enough. This hand's decent. Unclaimed Territory. I'm actually going to keep this, and this is going to be the first time in this league that we've named Knight on an Unclaimed Territory. Are you using Wine Staging Loam? I'm using, I think, Wine 3.7 right now. What's my Wine version? I'm using Wine 3.17 from the staging repository, and it works fine. I've had a couple of crashes when games end, but very minimal overall. Do I want another land with this? I almost think I don't want this land. I'm gonna decline. This Glowspore can find us another land later, hopefully, if we need it. I guess that was a black source for cast down, but like this Glowspore can pick this land back up later too, which is great. So like because I have the second Glowspore, although I kind of wish I could cast this down this turn, except I can because I'm a damn professional. Actually, I think I'm gonna Midnight Reaper here, and then if they want to attack in with this, I might just double block. Of course, I might also, maybe I just take 5, trade my 3-1 for the 2-1, draw a card, and then go Glowspore plus cast down this next turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to block here. I'm going to end up taking 6 down to 12, but I think I'm okay with that. It could be possible, too, that because I have the Midnight Reaper in my hand, I'd prefer to Beast Whisperer. That's kind of scary. So I'm playing this. Do I just kill both of these? Oh, I can't kill both of these because I don't have... Awkward. Alright, so now I'm going to cast this down. And then I'm going to Glowspore Shaman. And this is a good example of why I shouldn't play the land earlier with Glowspore Shaman or get the land back on top. Because, like, I've drawn so many lands that I'm really happy I didn't have another one to draw there. On this attack here, I'm going to double block. I'll trade for their thing, and I'll draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. And I got your email, by the way, Admiral, in case I didn't say that. It might not be done for tomorrow. I got to talk to my graphics guy and figure something out. I've been wanting to redo the sub banner anyways. I think I want to do something Hoaglandia themed for the sub banner. This card just continues to be so impressive. An exile card from your hand. I'm uncertain if I care about this. It's really good, 7 crosses. They knocked it out of the, Streamlabs knocked it out of the park. It's like better than I could have hoped for. I think I want to kill this. So when I play this, and actually this is a good example. These are both on elf, right? I would prefer it prioritizes elf. So when I hold this up, it wants to use 2 forests and an unclaimed territory. I would rather it use both unclaimed territories. So I'm going to tap these manually to make green mana to my pool. And now it's going to use mana out of my pool plus this forest. So this just lets them like draw 5 cards, right? And I don't want them to draw that many cards. Like, it provides selection, right? Like, their deck probably has a lot of air in it, and I'd prefer that they don't get to filter through that much air. So that was actually a really good example of the auto tapper. Yeah, the 3rd territory is going to go on Knight. Well, we're trophying that one. Oh, it is a Knight. That's just, man, Unclaimed Territories. Someone was talking about Unclaimed Territory not being something they liked in this deck. Unclaimed Territory is great in this deck. I like Unclaimed Territory in this list a lot. And again, this wants to not use my thing here, so let's tap this for elf to play Pelt Collector. So the arena tapper basically always prioritizes not using your special lands first, which is annoying, but if you know that, you know how to predict it basically. Maybe I can just kill them before this matters. Yeah, maybe I just like save the trophy for a big thing. So you see I floated all the mana there to play this out. Yeah, I'm just going to hold trophy for their next big play and just beat them down here over the next couple turns. And this is, again, just like what they're doing. People like asking, like, what does this card do? It's literally just Merfolk Looter, right? It's like letting them filter through their deck full of cards that's like, has a lot of air in it. I'm going to trophy this in response because this makes it so they don't have an opportunity to play a creature and draw a card with it right away. Yeah, so like, because of the Pelt Collector trigger here, I actually denied them a card draw, basically. Because they weren't able to draw a card off of this because of the trigger from this one on the stack. So good sequencing on my removal there. And this doesn't actually matter. I don't have. Well, I guess it does matter because I could draw cards if they block in combat. Actually, this is on Knight, so it makes green mana. This is a Knight. They had Llanowar Elves, so they did have 2 mana. Am I okay trading this here? I think I am. Like, they're just taking such a big hit. I just need to close this game out before this filters them too much. Pressing Z undoes your land tap. Gonna decline putting a land on top with this, obviously, because I don't want to draw a land next turn. All right, so black-green aggro. This is black-green stompy aggro, whatever you want to call it. This is a deck that could have some potential in the format. I think a deck like this is really going to be determined make or break by where the format... It is, Master Beers, but I'm glad you liked it. And everyone, you know what? If you started playing Arena because of this stream, you should tweet at Wizards of the Coast in Arena and tag me in the tweet too, and let them know that my stream and I'm the reason that you decided to give Arena a chance. That would be great. I would appreciate that. I should start telling people to do that. That's a good idea. Sorry, this deck. So, decks like this are what I often refer to as a brunch deck. It's a deck that's like not quite aggro, not quite lunch. It's a big aggro deck or a little mid-range deck, depending on how you look at it and how your draw lines up. Decks like this tend to be good when smaller aggro decks are popular in the format. Decks like this tend to struggle when bigger mid-range decks like the rock deck we played before this tend to be popular. So when people are mid-ranging, you generally want to be like one step bigger at least. So like if traditional mid-range that are playing like 4, 5, and 6 mana spells are good in the format, a deck like this is likely going to struggle. But that being said, if like big control decks or little aggressive decks are good in the format, this deck's probably very reasonable. So where the format ends up will probably dictate whether or not a deck like this ends up being very good. All right, so what are we doing next?